As much as Commerce Street looks closed, businesses are open.
How are you doing today?
Including Arch by Suki, a small threading studio owned by Suki herself. She first opened 14 years ago.
Can you hold this side bit?
Not a single penny put in advertising. Arch by Suki was fully booked by word of mouth.
3 chairs would be like full, and then we'll have like waiting list on top of that.
From Lower Greenville to the Design District, in 2019 she moved to a bustling Deep Ellum.
There was a lot of foot traffic.
New clients became regulars.
And I've been coming every single month.
Until a sudden halt last year.
The foot traffic has decreased, like I would say.
Like her first client today?
80%.
Last minute cancel.
Even our regular clients are not comfortable to come back.
Suki's studio these days feels quiet as construction clanks outside her doors.
We don't know how long we can survive like this.
The Commerce Street project will convert the one-way street into two-way traffic, bettering sidewalks and drainage too. The $30 million budget was approved by the city of Dallas, and while Suki understands improvements are needed, she says the city needs to step in to help small businesses stay afloat.
If they can guide us where we can park at least.
Because of the chaos on Commerce, most of her customers are late.
Just today I had to circle about 3 times and I ended up having to pay almost $12 for parking.
She's lucky if they don't cancel, frustrated from circling for a spot. The city says the contractor communicates with residents daily to address their needs, and the project manager also meets monthly with the Deep Ellum Foundation. They estimate the project to finish by December 2026. But for the sake of Suki's livelihood,
I am planning to go back to Design District again.
She doesn't have time to wait.
So if they will be done by 2026, then we're happy to come back.
In Dallas, I'm Tiffany Liu.
The damage
The garage is completely gone. The living room is gone.
is a lot to take in.
Our couch was right here. TV was up on the wall. We had another couch right here. All of it just slammed into the kitchen.
Because this isn't the aftermath of some sort of natural disaster.
It was terrifying.
The duplex Sarah Bailiff and her mom Heather moved into less than 2 months ago was torn apart when a speeding SUV crashed right through it.
She hit so hard that my freezer popped open, threw Texas toast on her hood.
A neighbor's Ring camera captured the scary moments.
You see a car drive past normal speed, and then 2 seconds later, and the house is down.
The driver was hurt, so was the bailiff's friend who was asleep on the couch.
And it turns out he's got a broken leg and a broken ankle.
Yeah,
he had surgery yesterday.
North Richland Hills police are investigating.
We learned from the driver that she was attempting not to strike an animal, which she believed she saw on the road, and in that process lost control of her vehicle.
So far, no charges have been filed.
However, there were no indications of any sort of intoxication, whether alcohol or drugs.
Monday, the bailiffs walked Red Cross through the devastation. The home declared a total loss.
A lot. We're going through a lot.
And on top of that, the family's cat Harold ran off after the crash.
Our neighbors confirmed that he is out somewhere.
They're now hoping for 2 holiday miracles: getting Harold back and help securing a new home.
I need a house. I need somewhere to live. I need somewhere to lay my head.
In North Richland Hills, I'm Janelle Ford.
As you can tell, nothing made it.
Nothing from the home Hazel Mosley has lived in for 42 years. The house on County Road 352 in the Kaufman County town of Elmo went up in flames on Tuesday morning. The house sits next to Union Pacific train tracks, a train that has Hazel burning mad now.
I believe that if the trains was not stopped, or at least one crossing was open, I think the house would have been saved.
The town of Elmo is split by the train tracks that parallel Highway 80. Hazel's house on the north, the Elmo Volunteer Fire Department on the south side, less than a quarter mile away.
Whether it's once or twice a year or it's every week, it's still a problem.
Assistant Fire Chief Greg Rushing says a train parked on the tracks blocked both entrances to Hazel's neighborhood.
Got en route in 3 minutes and was delayed by the train for 13 minutes, sitting because they were blocking their tracks.
He says they called Kaufman County Dispatch, who contacted Union Pacific, which contacted the engineer who eventually moved the train. By then, Hazel's son, James Horseman, says
it's devastating.
The damage was done.
They need to be mindful of at least only block one exit.
Union Pacific responded to WFAA by saying that yes, sometimes trains have to pull over to allow other trains to pass, which is what occurred in Elmo, Texas on Tuesday, when a Union Pacific pulled into a siding to allow several oncoming trains to pass, including a passenger train. But that also we have yet to uncover any indication that we were contacted by anyone to move the train to accommodate firefighters.
It's pretty bad.
Next to a bin of framed photos she was able to save, Hazel says she does not have insurance. Her husband passed away earlier this year. One dog survived the fire, another did not. And her family has started a GoFundMe page to help with her immediate needs.
We don't know. I mean, that's one thing, we don't know what we're going to do.
Anne doesn't know how much of her home might still be standing, if not for that train. In Elmo in Kaufman County, I'm Kevin Reese.
On a farm 40 miles north of Dallas, they're riding on second chances.
That they came in here just broken.
I'm going in.
Being behind these bars.
Now, keep your hand close to you.
Beat prison bars any day.
I'm getting chills right now just talking about it.
The Valor program, Collin County Judge John Roach started 6 years ago with the help of Sheriff Jim Skinner.
They've seen the horrors of war, and they've lost friends.
To help those serving time who once served our country.
Seb 27, I hit my rock bottom.
Josh Benavides served in the Army.
Josh kept coming to us and say, I really want this program.
His drug and alcohol addiction had him seeing 12 years in jail.
I kept seeing veterans appearing in front of me who were put on regular probation, and they weren't successful at regular probation.
They noticed veterans suffering brain injuries and PTSD were not getting real help to address the anger, the substance abuse, and they were reoffending.
And I think all of us get put into the same box of criminal. And the front right here.
Josh wants to change that to cowboy.
Swing it up and over.
And nothing breaks down a person like a horse.
There's nothing in the world like these guys to touch your soul. I've known that my whole life.
It's about presence. How well can you present yourself to a horse?
Equine therapy is the latest addition to Valor, thanks to legendary cowboys Pat Puckett.
Have the halter untied. Imagine that.
And Punk Carter.
Take the lead rope, bend it in half.
I just can't describe the changes I see in these guys.
It's allowed me to go deeper into myself and really find who I am. So see how we did front to back for saddling? We do the opposite for desaddling.
Instead of 12 years in a cell, Josh will have a job as a real cowboy after he finishes this program.
Perfect.
Need an inmate.
And he's not the only one.
They make better mothers, fathers, brothers, sisters, neighbors. They might be your neighbor.
And a second chance starts by getting on the saddle. In Collin County, I'm Jobin Puniker.